hope y'all can hear me. I don't know how powerful my mic is, but I just saw the dev stream. It wasn't very long, but they're rolling out a new. If y'all don't know, whoever's watching, they're rolling out a new update or a new patch Tuesday or Wednesday, what they said. They have not. They've not actually said they were doing anything. They're buffing Johnny back to where he was. He's still gonna be bad. I mean, but Johnny players have to be able to have. He'll be a little more viable, but he's still gonna be bad. Like Johnny's always been bad. I know you Johnny fans out there would say this, but dude, it's always the game's gonna be this way until they drastically overhaul some different things about it. Johnny's still gonna be bad, but he's not gonna be as bad. He's still probably gonna be the bottom. I still think he's probably still gonna be the bottom. So they're buffing him back up for a while, and they're trying to rework his power or rework him in some kind of way. At least for the buffing him back up until they rework him. Really, the questions wasn't really that interesting. They were asking kind of, I don't know, in my opinion, just kind of dumb questions about about some just some kind of dumb questions. A lot of people, I don't know what it was, man. I was asking some dumb questions to the people, the devs. You guys got a chance to talk to the devs. Why don't you ask them important questions like the gameplay problem issues? You know, ask them about how much is a shirt, how much Nugget is. I mean, I understand y'all want to see that, but dude, they're on there to answer gameplay questions. They don't know anything about the future of the game. But I saw the Danny issue, and I knew this. I knew this straight up coming out. They're not gonna nerf this guy for another month at least. And the reason why is, and because they can say whatever they want. I just feel like the reason why is because people are not gonna buy him. The people that did buy him are gonna feel ripped off, and they're not, because they're gonna feel ripped off, and you know, since they're gonna, and then they're gonna stop buying future characters. That's probably that's what I think. Now, what's silly about it is the people that feel ripped off. It's a very, I don't know, I've come across like this. No matter how much I paid for Nance, I haven't bought Danny yet. I have not bought him yet. For one thing is because I only play like 20% Survivor. Because Survivors or Victims is way too easy, guys. Like me and my friends, well, I'll get into that later. Well, I just say Victim is so easy that me and my friends on my channel, I broadcasted. We just did 10 games through the three of us. We had a random every time. 10 games with no perks or the beginner perks, because we didn't know you could unequip all the perks. We thought you had to have 3 perks. So we basically ran all the beginner perks that basically do nothing after 40 seconds in the match is over, and no attribute points with our characters. And we played, and we basically, out of the 3 lives we had, we basically won 66% of the time. We actually did math and everything. So Victim is still too easy. We don't play Victim. That's the thing. I don't play Victim that much, but it's still too easy. And you can say, oh, we didn't go against some people. Like, no, some teams were pretty good. Now, we did luck out on a couple of them where, like, somebody with DC or something like that. But still, dude, it's not hard. The Victim is just not hard. I'm sorry, it just ain't. And I don't think we made a rule, no using Danny, because Danny's so overpowered. Which he is. But back to my point, anybody that gets upset if they nerf him because they bought him, you gotta admit, any kind of game that goes pay to win, if this game goes pay to win, it will die so fast, faster than it will kill its lifespan if it goes pay to win. But I know the devs are not going to nerf him. They said they're looking into it. I personally believe they're just waiting. They're just letting more people buy him before they nerf him. They gotta nerf him. You will have family members dodging lobbies if Danny's in it. And it's still gonna be a lobby dodging thing. Because and here's the thing. The victims are the ones gonna be losing out, because if you play a family squad together, if you're playing with a 3-man squad, it's gonna be easy to find another match. It's gonna be very easy. Even if there is another Danny, we'll find a match so much quicker than a victim would. And you're gonna constantly have victim squads or a family squad just go find another match. I mean, or to me, I figure it's fair to warn them. Look, dude, we're not playing against Danny. Just let them know we're in the lobby. We don't want to play against Danny. And if the person don't change, you leave. And like I said, I already know it's gonna happen. It's already happening, I think. But my point is, people need to understand that I've heard people say on YouTube, are so stupid. Oh, if they nerf Danny, I'm never buying nothing again. That's just so stupid. Like, dude, why would you pay to win? Learn how to play the game and don't rely on broken characters. And if y'all don't think this guy's broken, y'all obviously have not played this game. Like, he is by far, that mechanic he has is so broken. And you could say there's counterplay to it, but the only counterplay is tunneling. Like, and here's the thing, it's not even a good counterplay, because this dude has a high toughness, or a high natural toughness, and he has some of the most broken perks in the game that only he can have. So if anybody ever looks and says that, it's just silly. Like, you don't know the game. I feel you don't know this game. He needs a nerf. He does need a nerf, but they're gonna do it not soon. But they're eventually gonna have to. Like, they're gonna see a lot of problems if they don't. I don't even remember the other stuff was just kind of silly. Just about, I don't know. Some of the questions were good. A lot of the questions were silly. Why you gonna ask the devs some silly questions? But that's what it looks like. Is Johnny's getting buffed back to normal? How he was. He's still gonna be the worst, but like I said, he's not gonna be as terrible. I mean, you Johnny Mange, you'd be like, I got 3 or 4 kills. Well, if you play against a good team, an organized team, I mean, they're not gonna let Johnny get you. They're not gonna be out in the open with Johnny. So he has the easiest kind of play in the game still. But my point is, like, yeah, back to the Danny thing. Yeah, it's just silly, guys. Like, there's no, like, and you get people say, man, y'all complain all the time, blah blah blah. Families complain all the time. It's like, I mean, I want balance. I just want fair balance. I don't want anything overpowered in this game. I mean, Connie's ability is still overpowered to me, but like, I don't want anything overpowered. It's not fair. Like, dude, there's so many victim things you can do that are overpowered. It is like, there's so many. Trust me. That's why we had to play with no perks and no. We had to basically play with no perks or the beginner perks and no attributes, just to get a challenge, because it was boring me and my friends. We were literally just open up every escape and just mess around the map because there was no threat. So, because Ana, use her power, take 20 hits to die. And then you got, you take 20 hits to die. You got Connie quick picking stuff. You got Leland. And you get Ana a grappling build. You got Ana and Leland buying time forever for the family members while everybody else picks locks and escapes. So it's like, it's still, yeah, the game. Now, granted, I'm gonna say this, and it's not because I'm a family man, it's because I play a little victim, and the difference from family to victim is so much. Family is a lot harder. It really is than victim. And I mean, now they are closing the gaps with every update. I give them credit, they are. And all the victims are crying about it because they don't have it as easy as they used to have it. But guys, I'm telling you right now, it's like, if y'all having trouble playing victim, man, I'm just telling you, practice and play the game, man, because it's really easy, dude. And I don't play victim that much, but when I do, it's so easy. And y'all can say, well, you never played against a good team. I played against some high-level teams before. I could tell. Back when we saw the levels, I was playing against a Cook, Hitchhiker, and Leatherface on level 9, all level 99s on Family House. And That's probably the hardest map, but it's still doable. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's just. I'm just saying the devs and the update, what they're talking about. They seem like they really like they're basically stalling to nerf Danny. They are. Because you're not going to nerf a character. Why would you nerf a character they just put on sale? I mean, you're not going to. As far as Nancy, I think Nancy's fine. I know y'all might think she's overpowered. Poison Claws is a little strong, but y'all got to think, man. She has a chase potential of a Cook. Cook is easy to get away with. Like, he's easy to get away from. How Cook would get any kills would probably be him cutting someone else off. So, yeah, she don't have that much chase. Like, you can build her as a chase character in a sense. But the simple fact is, if you can't go through crawl spaces, your chase potential is already limited. So, Nancy, I feel, is pretty balanced. I mean, she's not even the best character. Like, she's still, Cook and Hitch still are the GOATs. Like, I still stand by that. Cook and Hitch are the GOATs of the killer, of the family. They really are. Now, I'll put Nancy in number 3, but she's not as good as those two together. Now you run all 3, yeah, you're gonna have some lockdown. That's some good, and lockdown is the meta. I think those 3 together are the best team in the game, honestly. But my point is, trying to talk, is the dev stream, they didn't answer that many questions. Like, they didn't. I mean, they answered a couple questions, but it wasn't really that big. They're just gonna. Apparently the lobby timer's gonna go away at the beginning of the year, which that's good, I guess. I mean, but it ain't gonna stop lobby dodging. Well, I call it Danny dodging, because that's really what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Danny dodging. They're not gonna, like, dude, you're not gonna play against a character that's that broken. I'm sorry, they're not. I mean, I know the people that bought them want to feel, you know, strong and stuff. You should have bought them just to play them and have fun. You shouldn't buy them to, like, dude, if you don't realize that stuff is overpowered, what he can do, I just think you're very biased towards your side of everything. Like, if I'm playing a victim and I know something's overpowered, like, there's things Ana has is overpowered, and I know it is. It's just stupid. I can tell it is. Like, that she has. Yeah, just run no cell, what doesn't kill you in a grappler build, or choose fight. It's kind of overpowered in a sense. So, I mean, Connie's power, it comes in clutch. I mean, but like I said, there's just not. If you should know something's overpowered when you play it, by playing it and understanding the other side's perspective. When I first went against Nancy's Poison Claws, I was like, yeah, that's pretty broken. I even tried it out and said, yeah, this is way too easy to get kills. So you know what I did? I mean, I might play it again in the future just for fun, but all I did was respect and go on the other side of the skill tree. And I played her as a harvester, I played her as like a chaser and somewhat, but she's still not that great at chase. But it's just like, I know y'all want to have fun, but like, for the balance of the whole community, for the whole community's sake, Nancy is fine, but for the whole community's sake, Danny, there's a problem. And the more people that play him and get his level 3, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get way worse. Because right now, not everybody has his level 3. There was a match I played. Danny got the fuse box open and tampered within 2 minutes of the match starting. And I've seen him do it where he did the bow the same way. I mean, if y'all don't see that being overpowered, y'all really don't, like, pay attention to this game or really care about balance. And you could say, hey, you can just defend it. You know, all he has to do is have a ball, like, you could trap it with Hitchhiker or have somebody, you really want to, or have someone guard it. Like, you really want to have someone guard the bow the whole match. You know how much that takes away from the family? That's just silly. I've heard people say this. And Hitchhiker can trap. Well, guess what? All you gotta do is have a bone shard. You don't even have, because I know he don't have bomb squad, but all you gotta do is have a bone shard. Pick the trap, do the valve. Wow, that was so difficult. So yeah, there is problems, and if y'all can't see that being a problem, you're either being very biased and you just want to enjoy your $10. But for a community, for the community's sake, for both sides, killer and family, that needs to go. Like, that needs to be nerfed to a point to where it shouldn't be. You should never be able to not be able to close the valve back. That is so cheap. That's so, like, dumb that they put that in there. And we know why they put it in there. They put it in there on purpose, because if the devs in the stream said, guys, we play our game. We've been playing. Y'all said we don't play our game. We've been playing our game, and the truth is, it's either one of two things. If they play their game, then they're very incompetent to realize how bad Johnny was, and they're very incompetent to realize how overpowered Danny is. And I don't think it's incompetence. I think the Johnny thing probably is incompetence. I don't think it's incompetence. They did that to Danny on purpose, to sell him, to make money off of him. That's just the way it is. Did they realize? But I don't think they realized the backlash of it's coming. Is where just people are just not gonna want to play against Danny. So, but that's what I said. The guy said he plays the game. I'm like, dude, if you play the game and you don't realize this is a problem, I don't think you really played it. I think you just glossed over it and looked at the graphics and stuff, and then look at the problems in the game. Get the problems with Johnny swinging like 2 inches in front of him and still can't hit nobody. Like, you missed that. And the problem with, like, the valve and the thing is, in the stream they didn't even mention the valve. They mentioned the fuse box. The valve is the big problem. The fuse box being open a little extra, I understand that. That's kind of a problem, but the valve is a big problem. So, yeah, definitely an issue. But like I said, we're gonna be playing the game. Like I've been doing. We're gonna do a new stream now. Hardcore Survivor. It was hard victim hard mode, I call it now. Now we're gonna play hardcore victim. I think what we're gonna try to do soon, I'm not sure, is we're gonna play the same rules. We're gonna have no perks though, no beginner perk, but no perks, no attribute points, and we cannot leave the basement with an item. Right now, we're gonna try that here maybe in a couple days or so. Whenever I have time, I work on weekends mostly, but we're gonna try that, me and my friends, and see if we can get by with that. Because we gotta find some kind of challenge. I mean, we gotta find some kind of challenge to play victim. And it's not because we're good, trust me. It's not because we're just awesome at the game. It's just because victim is that easy. Like, it really is. So that's just like what happened on the stream. There's really nothing else. They're nerfing chickens, I think, but that's like, they're only nerfing it because like they were triggering them outside on the other side of walls and stuff, which, I mean, that's fine. I don't think what else they're doing is like I said, they're giving Johnny his stuff back for all you Johnny mains. They're giving him his lunge back. I don't think they're doing it for the speed thing though. I don't know how they're balancing that or doing it, but because right now when we play Johnny, we just put like blood builds on him. I mean, that's the only use we can get out of him right now. But yeah, they're nerfing Johnny, or they're buffing Johnny back up. And I don't know, as far as I know, like that's really all they talked about. And the only glaring problem with the game is Danny right now. I mean, there is some Connie's still kind of broken in a sense, but they're never gonna get rid of that. I don't think you can nerf that. But Danny is still the really big problem in the game right now, and that's really it from what I see. They're not gonna get rid of. I mean, I don't know, when they nerf a lot, when they do a lot of perk reworks, they might nerf some of the hardcore perks and make it a little different. But Danny's the problem. That's about it. And they're not gonna fix it. This is coming up. They might work on it as early as, like, they're talking about next year maybe. The Leatherface bug, yeah, apparently dude said that there was missing information. I don't know what that means. I don't really use Leatherface as much. They said the bar was giving misinformation, and that's why people were overheating. But I don't think it was that. But they're going to experiment with it. Apparently they're doing something with it this Tuesday or Wednesday. They're fixing that. Apparently, I don't know. Cause yeah, I want to play Leatherface again with some of my teams. I love the Leatherface is not required, but I don't want them out the game. So I want to try Leatherface with other teams and stuff. But we've been experimenting with a lot of teams, and it's been fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun with a lot of teams, as you've been seeing. Because, like I said, the GOAT team though still Cook, Hitch, and Nancy. That's the GOAT team. There's really no team better than that right now that I can see. You don't have Hitchhiker can make up for Hitchhiker can make up for Cook and Nancy like a chase, because Hitch is still the best chaser in the game. I'll still put that down. He's the best chaser in the game. But that's my comment. That's what I thought on the update. Was that from what I seen? But yeah, if y'all anybody sees this, like I said, that's my thoughts on it. If I have any comments, if y'all look at this, share your opinion. But they always say that YouTubers like, share, and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Just share your opinion on the comments. I love to see it. Love to see other people's viewpoints of it. But I will say this, like, guys, y'all can't be selfish about Danny, man. Just because you paid $10 for him to pay to win, you can't just. It's pretty selfish to say, oh man, I paid $10. I want to play this guy. He's so, he's fun to use. What? It is fun to use when you basically are overpowered. So, like, yeah, everybody wants to feel that feeling of being overpowered. I mean, that's why more people play victim in this game than family. So, but that's just my thoughts. Like, just don't think selfishly about if they nerf this guy. I mean, they're gonna have to, but like, don't think selfishly and be bitter if they do, because some nerfs are necessary. Cook, I'm a Cook main. Cook is probably my #1 killer I use all the time, right? They nerfed his tracking, right? I wasn't butthurt mad about Cook because I realized it needed to happen. As a Cook main, it needed to happen. I am not mad at all about it. Now the Johnny thing, yeah, that was uncalled for. But Cook was already good, so Cook really didn't lose that much. He's still good. So, but that's what it is. But yeah. So Johnny, yeah. I mean, like I said, Cook. I'm a Cook main, and I didn't get mad when they nerfed him. It was the right thing to do for balance, because this dude could lock on to people for a full minute. Like, that was pretty busted. So, but either way, that's how I do things. I guess I'll probably play some Hiroshima. Let's see. I'll play a little bit for this. I'm looking at mine stuff. But yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I got my thing muted. I always keep my thing. Why does my volume at 10? Keep my thing muted all the time because I hate all the extra noise. But yeah, that's my thoughts on everything. I'll probably start another stream later and play a little bit later. But yeah, whoever's watching this, yeah, y'all have a good one. God bless.